Good morning, my good people. Okay, excuse me. Numbers 14, verses 2 through 4. All the Israelites grumbled against Moses and Aaron, and the whole assembly said to them, "If only we had died in Egypt or in this wilderness. Why is the Lord bringing us to this land, only to let us fall by the sword? Our wives and children will be taken as plunder. Wouldn't it be better for us to go back to Egypt?" And they said to each other, "We should choose a leader to go back to Egypt." Listen, God don't want you going backwards. He wants you to go forward. He don't want you grumbling and complaining about where he's taking you. Listen, hush. Just be quiet. I told y'all. Envision yourself going to a dealership, picking the most expensive, extravagant car that you only could dream of having. That you know only if you wanted it, God would only be your source and the way for you to obtain it. And you get this car by faith. And you and God are now the passengers in this car. Except you're going to sit on the passenger side, you're going to buckle your seatbelt, and you're going to allow God to drive. Because he is going to drive you from one destination to the next destination to the next destination. You need not concern yourself with too much of what's going on in this world. You only need to keep your eyes stayed and focused on the Lord. He is your provision. He is your vision. He will make the decisions concerning you and your life. There's no need for you to grumble and complain as these Israelites was doing. Now they just don't believe that God has delivered them from Egypt. Now they done seen all these miracle signs and wonders. God has provided. He's been providing for them. He pulled them away from Pharaoh. They saw Pharaoh's army being killed with the water. Yes, all of that. God has shown you so many things, and he's brought you through so much, and you're still complaining. Don't complain no more. Stop complaining. Allow God to be God in your life. You move out the way. You get in that car, and before you get in that car, you trust that God has you, and he's going to drive you from destination to destination, from one point to the next point, and he's going to be right there with you no matter what. So you go ahead and you get in this fancy car with your father, and you allow him to drive you to your next destination. And you don't allow nothing from your past to stop you. It's go time. It's go time now. Now you fall back. Now you allow God to be God in your life. Fall back. Get on that passenger side. Get your snacks. Fall back. Snack on your snacks, and you let God drive you. You are now being chauffeured by God. You are now in luxury. Don't look back. Let God take you where he's taking you. He knows the plans he has for you. So, sit in that passenger seat and let God be God. Let him drive you from one destination to the next destination. You ain't gotta worry, you ain't gotta fear, you ain't gotta stress about nothing. Just let God have control. Even when the enemy throws it in your face and make it look like, oh man, here goes something else. Okay, God, I'm giving it to you. I'm just tired. I'm sick of the enemy. I saw a young lady did a video where she called up to God and was like, yo, can you just take Satan out? Like, can we just take him out the picture? It was funny and it's cute because I be asking the same thing. I'm like, Lord, can we just, can you just go on and deal with him? Because, we sick of him. We sick of him. We sick of his minions. We just tired of him. But the thing about it is, if you're so tired of the enemy, are you willing to follow God and do right? Yes, I am. I'm anchored in God. You are too. You're so tired. You're so sick of all the craziness, all the foolishness. Yes, you are. So sit in that passenger seat and let God begin to drive. Get your little snacks and your drinks and sit and let God do the driving. So many people got y'all out here worried about a kingdom spouse. Baby, you know what I love about that song? Long as I got King Jesus, long as I got King Jesus, long as I got King Jesus, don't need nobody else. It's true. You know why you don't need nobody else? Because all the else's that you need, that need to come into your life, God will bring them into your life. That kingdom spouse, stop worrying, stop idolizing that thing. Baby, y'all don't get it? You got to put them idols down to follow God. What is you idolizing a job for? What is you idolizing them kids for? What is you idolizing that kingdom spouse for, baby? Your mind should be focused and stayed on God. You don't idolize nothing. Because I think people truly forget when God gives it, he can also take it away. What are you idolizing these things for? God is letting you know these are things. I know they're your heart's desire, but they're things. It's not bigger than him. Of course he gonna give you your heart's desires. Of course he gonna give you that kingdom spouse. Of course he's gonna give you them babies. Of course he's gonna give you a business to run and operate. Of course. But you can't idolize it. Let it go and let God. Get on the passenger side of that car and let God drive you. Don't worry about nothing else. Just get on the passenger side of the car, buckle your seatbelt, get your snacks in hand, and let God do the driving. Seriously, let him take the wheel. And you sit back and relax and see where God is getting ready to take you to.